Greetings from Delnet Developing Library Network, New Delhi, India. Distinguished and most esteemed speaker, Dr. Geeta Malhotra ji, CEO, Read India. Shri K. Jayakumar, President, Delnet. Dr. S.S. Murthy, Vice President. Dr. P.R. Goswami, Treasurer, Delnet Governing Board members. Dr. Heather Brown from Australia, institutional heads, eminent librarians and library and information science professionals, academicians, educationalists, administrators, writers, poets, many other esteemed friends of Dr. H.K. Kaul, officials of various publishers and e-content providers, faculty, researchers, and scholars, students who have joined us from various parts of India and also many other countries, including Australia, Bhutan, Canada, Kazakhstan, Kenya, Nepal, Nigeria, South Africa, Sri Lanka, UAE, UK, and USA, Delnet staff officials here at Delnet New Delhi office, as well as at its coordination units at Bangalore, Lucknow, Pune, and Vadodara, ladies and gentlemen. I, Sangeeta Kaul, Director Delnet, on behalf of Delnet, would like to acknowledge your presence and express our very warm, sincere gratitude and thanks for joining us today for Dr. H.K. Kaul Memorial Lecture 2026, which will shortly be delivered by Dr. Geeta Malhotra ji, who will be enlightening us on learning from the past, serving the present, and building the future. We nearly 1,500 attendees have assembled here today to pay our most respectful homage and tributes to the great visionary and legendary, the man with the vision and the mission, who had revolutionized with his tireless efforts the library networking scenario in India by establishing Delnet, the self-reliant, the self-sustainable library network from a small 10 by 10 room size at India International Center to now where it's now being headquartered at JNU campus and also having its state wings, including in the states and cities, including Bangalore, Lucknow, Pune, and Vadodara, and yet another one coming up at Bhopal in next few months' time. Today, we are holding the 6th Dr. H.K. Kaul Memorial Lecture instituted by Delnet in his honor and everlasting fragrant memories, whose 6th Punyatithi is being observed today. Dr. H.K. Kaul led by example, demonstrating integrity, humility, selflessness, the diehard spirits, and unwavering perseverance with the vision of a yogi and the intellect of a genius. The transformation of the society through the medium of libraries and providing services to the people across the strata of the society has always been closer to Dr. Kaul's vision and philosophy. His brainchild, Delnet, which we are seeing it now today as one of the major resource-sharing library network, having completed just yesterday 34 years of its operations, we are pleased and honored to inform you all that Delnet now networks more than 10,000 institutions and across India and also many other countries, including Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and Kazakhstan, and it stands at the second largest library network at a global level. It is indeed working with a missionary zeal to network and empower the libraries and inspiring the library and information science professionals, and more so by providing a very timely information services to the faculty, researchers, and scholars across the country. The affordability, equitability, and inclusivity remains the main focused areas for Delnet, and Delnet remains highly devoted to strengthen the connections and collaborations and competencies among the library's LIS professionals and library users. Today, as we all have gathered to pay our respectful homage by having Dr. H.K. Kaul's memorial lecture, it's an esteemed honor and pleasure for Delnet to welcome wholeheartedly a longtime associate of Delnet and Dr. Kaul, who has seen Delnet growing over the decades altogether. Indeed, an honor and pleasure to have you, ma'am, Dr. Geeta Malhotra ji. Thank you so very much for acceding to our request, for making it so very memorable with your presence here today. We remain extremely honored of having you here with us, and this brings back the very warm memories of having you with us, Dr. Kaul, and having the discussions and about the the marvelous spellbound work that you have been engaged and you have dedicated your life like him for a cause in furthering the cause of libraries and spreading knowledge among the society. I have an immense pleasure in welcoming our very distinguished speaker, Dr. Geeta Malhotra ji, who is a distinguished development professional with over 3 decades of experience across rural and urban South Asia, and who is being recognized as a pioneer in socio-economic empowerment, community-led development, women's leadership, youth skilling, education, health, and ICT for social change. With a PhD on elected women's role in reproductive and child health and a master's in population studies from International Institute of Population Studies, Mumbai, Dr. Malhotra blends academic depth with extensive grassroots understanding. Her journey began at the Population Foundation of India under the mentorship of the legendary J.R.D. Tata, an experience that shared her values of integrity, discipline, and community-based leadership. Over the decades, Madam has led transformative programs in India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh, strengthening grassroots communication systems, advancing community radio advocacy, and designing ICT-enabled development models that amplify the voices of the underserved communities. Her leadership at One World South Asia contributed significantly to creating inclusive information networks and using technology as a bridge to empower rural populations. Since date, Dr. Malhotra has served as a country director of READ India, where her vision and commitment has driven the establishment of 60 plus community library and resource centers across 16 states, impacting nearly 1,300 villages and more than 6,50,000 people. Under her guidance, Read India has grown into a national model for community-driven development, working across literacy, digital education, early childhood development, youth employability, health awareness, and sustainable livelihoods. A passionate advocate for women's economic independence, Madam has led the Womenpreneurs Initiative, empowering over 50,000 rural women to build sustainable enterprises and fostering the philosophy of one woman, one family, one village to create resilient communities aligned with the vision of Viksit Bharat. I'm very pleased and honored to inform you all that Dr. Malhotra is an alumni of Dasra's Social Impact Leadership Program, supported by the USAID and Harvard Business Publishing and the CSC Leaders Program, organized with the HRH, the Duke of Edinburgh Study Conference. She continues to represent India at a global forum, equity, rural development, and community libraries, sharing experience and organizational leadership. Her research papers have also been published by various recognized universities, recognizing her work on education and development in rural India. I'm very pleased to inform you that Dr. Malhotra's work have been widely recognized through several accolades, including the Bharat Ratna Indira Gandhi Gold Medal Award for the Outstanding Individual Achievement in Education and Social Service, Satkar Lifetime Achievement Award, the Amity Entrepreneur Excellence Award, the Forbes India We Serve India Award Section 2 for community engagement, and the 9th Dr. Sarojini Naidu International Award for Working Women. Her life's work stands as a testament to her belief in the power of knowledge, dignity, and opportunity to transform communities and create lasting social impact. It's indeed an honor and pleasure for us, Madam, now to request you to kindly deliver Dr. H.K. Kaul's Memorial Lecture 2026. May I have a pleasure of requesting you to kindly commence. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Sangeeta, for choosing me as a person who can deliver the memorial lecture for Dr. H.K. Kaul, who has been so much close to the libraries as such. And, I have learned a lot from him during my past experience. First, I met him at India International Center and later on at Delnet. And still, I am privileged to experience, remember, as well as, share with the world what I learned from him and how we can all be together and promote libraries and take his vision and mission forward. Thank you so much, Dr. Sangeeta. Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome who are online with us. Dr. Sangeeta Kaul, distinguished librarians, educators, colleagues, friends, and all those who had joined us from across India and around the world, especially Dr. H.K. Kaul's friends who have been so close to him in the past. It is both an honor and a deeply emotional privilege to deliver Dr. H.K. Kaul Memorial Lecture. Whenever we remember Dr. H.K. Kaul, we remember much more than a library professional. We remember a visionary who delivered that, who believed that knowledge should travel farther than privilege. He understood that information has power only when it reaches people. Through his leadership and through Delnet, he helped connect institutions, libraries, and communities long before words such as networking, digital ecosystem, and knowledge sharing became fashionable. Today, as we gather in his memory, I would like to reflect on a simple but profound question. We should all, reflect ourselves. What is a library real for? Is it a building? Is it a collection of books? Is it a database? Or is it something much larger? For centuries, libraries have been among humanity's greatest achievements. From the great collections of Alexandria to the ancient universities of India, libraries preserved civilization itself. Kings built them, scholars protected them, generations contributed to them. Without libraries, much of human knowledge would have disappeared. In those times, the challenge was preservation. How do we protect knowledge? How do we stop it from being lost? Libraries answered that questions. Then the world changed. Printing expanded access, education spread, universities grew, knowledge multiplied. The challenge was no longer preservation alone, the challenge became distribution. How do we ensure that knowledge reaches more people? This is what Dr. H.K. Kaul created for us. This is where leaders like Dr. H.K. Kaul transformed the landscape completely. He understood that no library should stand alone. Knowledge grows when it is shared. A book sitting on one shelf serves one institution. A book connected through a network serves an entire nation, entire world. Delnet became a remarkable expression of that vision. I would like to pay my personal homage to Dr. H.K. Kaul for creating all this in his lifetime. It demonstrated that collaboration is not merely efficient, it is transformative. At the same time, people have different perceptions as they use their own mind with their own thought process. A simple definition we know is integrating information, knowledge, and resources available around us. There is a need to know about us means we, in a wider perspective. The libraries in reality belongs to the users, and realistically the libraries belong to the users themselves. These two aspects change the perspective of people. Information and knowledge is not only in books. Human beings are the main source of sharing information and knowledge and peer learning. The one who sits in this library and share his learning with the world is the true owner of the library. The institution of family plays an important role, encouraging children to visit the library, where efforts with pure minds, giving and sharing, building humanity at the grassroots is done through libraries. And this I have been doing from the past 20 plus years. Read India's legacy came from Read Global. Initiated in 1991 in Nepal with community engagement, partnership, and ownership model of setting up libraries for holistic development of the communities. The purpose was to reach those who need the books, but how to use these books was first to bring in their behavior and to whom these books belong to, and how to use these books for their own development. The village stakeholders came forward. I am talking about the Nepal work in 1991 when it was initiated, and their community constructed the libraries by donating their lands, managed these libraries, and created safe spaces for their families, community, and as a whole, access to all. The first attraction was for children, as Read model is focused on life cycle approach. From 2 plus to 45 plus, anybody and everybody can find something for them in these libraries to learn. Owning a book is one thing, but when owning a library was shared by creating the local library management committees, was a big boon for them. Everything was a surprise for them: a toy for a small child, a storybook with a storyteller, joy of reading, playing with the toys, and getting access to variety of books, technology tools, and makers spaces for young girls and women was an added value to these libraries. These models were replicated in India and Bhutan since 2007, and pathways were created for effective use of libraries. As libraries grew, humanity also grew with the Read model, and Dr. H.K. Kaul's vision is practiced by us in making this model work throughout these three countries, India, Bhutan, and Nepal. And in collaboration with Delnet, the same philosophy was practiced in various countries as shared by Dr. Sangeeta. The challenges exist even now. And the major challenge was inclusive approach, which Dr. Sangeeta highlighted. Yet, even as libraries became stronger, another question emerged. What about those who never enter a library? What about those who are living in remote villages? What about women who never had the opportunity to complete their education? What about first generation learners? What about children whose curiosity is greater than their access? This is where my own journey through Read India has deeply shaped my understanding of libraries. These points which I shared, the questions which I shared with everybody on this floor, were once upon a time was hampering me, my thought process, my brain, and how I could bring synergy among the rural communities when I am talking about the libraries and establishing libraries in various remote villages of India. Over the years, I have learned that access is not simply a technological challenge, it is also a social challenge. The family permissions, the understanding of the importance of library in the families, a linguistic challenge, an economic challenge, and sometimes even a psychological challenge. A resource can exist, a library can exist, a digital platform can exist, yet a person may still remain disconnected from knowledge. At Read India, we have witnessed extraordinary transformations. We have seen women who entered literacy programs hesitantly become confident community leaders and continue their higher education, fulfilling their dreams. We have seen children who struggled with reading discover the joy of reading. We have seen communities begin to believe in their own potential, and every one of these transformations began with access to books, access to learning, access to information, access to opportunity. That, in many ways, is the true mission of every library. Not storing books, but creating possibilities for the people who are not reached and they are at the last mile. Role of technology is there, of course, in digitizing, disseminating, library management, etc. But there are handful people who can use technology for connecting libraries. When I travel to the corners of rural India, I find the mobiles are not in the hands of the girls. I find there is no access to computers. We are talking about reaching the Wi-Fi at the last mile, but the users are restricted to use the Wi-Fi in their homes, in the colleges, in the schools. There are no connections. There is a vast, I should say, the gap which is existing. My concern here is having access to technology, learning basic and high end technology, and using technology as a tool for improvement, time saving and disseminating knowledge to masses. But it should penetrate across the world. In rural Bharat, I have particularly used this word Bharat because 60% of the India's population is in rural India, and that is the real Bharat. Still, it is a big challenge. Today, however, we stand another historic turning point. A group of people, I should say, a handful of population is talking about artificial intelligence, is changing how human beings interact with knowledge. For centuries, people searched for information. Today, they ask questions. Yesterday, information lived on shelves. Today, information responds in conversation. Yesterday, the challenge was finding knowledge. Today, the challenge is understanding, evaluating, and trusting it. This changes the role of libraries profoundly. Some people worry that technology will replace libraries. I believe the opposite. I am a strong opponent of technology replacing the libraries. Technology can always be a tool, but is was libraries were existing, are existing, and they will definitely exist in the future. Technology makes libraries more important than ever because, in an age where information is abundant, trusted guidance becomes priceless. Reaching with AI concept and tools to the last mile with ethics of using AI for creating their own content with authenticity is yet to emerge. Now, let us envision the libraries of the future time. We envision libraries as navigators apart from the repository, a guide, a learning partner, a community hub, a bridge between technology and humanity. Mental health is a big concern across the world. The more I travel in rural India, the more I find this concept. I travel to Punjab, I travel to Andhra, Karnataka, Maharashtra. Mental health is becoming a pandemic for us, in front of us. And libraries can play a very vital role in addressing this issue. Future libraries are envisioned as a space to share the mind. Elderly population is neglected. Different countries are going through different impact of demographic transition. I was amazed to see the libraries in Malaysia where elderly people are sitting and learning computers, reading books, and especially mobiles to connect with their children in other countries. I was really touched by the efforts taken by the elderly people and coming to the libraries on their own. The technology may change the face of the library, but the base value of the libraries will remain the same. Library of the future may exist in a building, or on a mobile device, or in a village learning center, or through a digital network, or through an AI enabled platform. The format will change, the mission will not change. What Dr. H.K. Kaul envisioned for connecting people, empowering communities, as well as taking this mission forward by those who believed in his philosophy should commit themselves to take his mission and vision forward. It should be the mission of every human being that children read a book, a youth learn a skill along with academic value creation in the libraries, and elderly get the safe space to navigate through technology and witness the three generations of learning literature through books, technology to connect and share, and AI to compete with the world for their own safety and existence. I strongly believe that the libraries of the future will ultimately be decided by the values we collectively create, and this is how libraries can play an important role in building the bright future of our children, youth, and knowledge sharing by the elders using technology or otherwise. I witness when I travel to the rural India, I see elderly people sitting in their homes or outside under the trees. They are wealthy with knowledge, but there are no tools in their hands where the knowledge could be preserved and shared with the young generation. This wealth is very important for us. On this day, when we all gather to remember the values created by the late Dr. H.K. Kaul, we should also pledge that we create, imbibe, and practice the values required to building the future with libraries for humanistic development. Let us make the learning accessible for all, inclusive, humanistic, and children imbibe the values by taking this legacy further for peace, unity, and care for all in this world. We are going through a very tough time. The war is there. But children are losing the confidence of having access to good libraries where they can spend their time with safety as well as with the legacy which our ancestors, our well wishers created for us. Will we remember the woman who never had a chance to complete her education? In the future, till now, we are remembering because we are the generation who have seen the past and envisioned the future. Will we remember communities that remain invisible to many systems? These are not merely library questions. These are questions of justice, equity, and human dignity. I witnessed that I learned all these values by listening to Dr. H.K. Kaul, practicing and demonstrating in front of us to learn and take these learning to the future generations. As we honor the memory of Dr. H.K. Kaul today, perhaps the greatest tribute we can offer is to continue expanding the circle of knowledge. He connected libraries. Our task now is to connect learners. He built networks of information. Our responsibility is to build networks of opportunity. He helped strengthen institutions. We must help strengthen lives, as the true purpose of libraries has never been books but the human empowerment through access to knowledge. Today, I often wonder where the people who are deprived of all the amenities talked about could be reached. Read India has made a humble effort to reach the unreached, serve the unserved, and create learners in different parts of rural India. I do know that every time a child discovers a book, every time a learner finds a path, Every time a community gains access to knowledge, the true purpose of library is fulfilled. The future of libraries will not be measured by the number of books they hold. It will be measured by the number of lives they help transform, the number of lives connected to each other without any disparity, with inclusive approach, where they can come, share, learn, and how they can become physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy. That is the need of the art today, and the libraries can play a very pivotal role in bringing humanity together, nurturing humanity, and letting them learn through the safe spaces we created, through the strong network and the vision Dr. H.K. Kaul had. Thank you so much, and my deepest gratitude to Delnet and to the enduring legacy of Dr. H.K. Kaul. I would like to stop here, but I am open for question and answers, and I can speak on and on based on my 40 years of experience in the development sector, because I learned a lot from visionaries, starting from the late Mr. G.R.D. Tata and Dr. H.K. Paul. Thank you so much, Dr. Sangeeta, for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Dr. Malhotra, for delivering an completely and exceptionally outstanding, thought-provoking memorial lecture of Dr. Kaul for 2026. And as we were listening to you, everything that you spoke today on this platform, wherein we are paying our humble homage to the great visionary, everything was completely in sync with his vision and mission. We cannot thank you really enough, Dr. Malhotra, for sparing your time, being here with us, sharing your, such a wonderful inputs, truly illuminating, enlightening inputs, many takeaways for each one of us. And you have so wonderfully have connected, the past with the present and moving on to the future. A brighter future for libraries, what has been envisioned. And Dr. Kaul spent his entire life was devoted to this entire mission of establishing Delnet, and to seeing to it where we stand today. It has all been, with the great efforts of such a very extraordinary soul, the person who just has put in everything, to see to it, and he's seeing it. He's watching it. He's seeing it. He's blessing each one of us, in the profession, and we have to really, as you have rightly said, that we have to really turn now this entire technologies that we have in place. We have to ensure that we need to also humanize the technology. The libraries has to remain as an epicenter of connections, and we have to build up strong collaborations. Thank you so much, Dr. Malhotra, and we are indeed, Madam, so very grateful to you for your very, very gracious presence. And we really look forward, as we have been discussing, this is also to inform our all our professional colleagues who are there on this platform, that Delnet and Read India, under the able leadership of Madam Dr. Geeta Malhotra ji, we are planning to have some very particular projects to be undertaken, and we also would like to see to it that the libraries and our own professionals plays a vital role in bringing the communities together, and let the libraries and the professionals plays an important role in reaching to the last mile. And thank you so much once again, madam. And we will just would be starting shortly the QA, but I would just like to acknowledge the presence of a great associate and a great friend of Delnet and Dr. Kaul, and a great well-wisher for decades altogether. We have Dr. Heather Brown, a global digital preservation expert, who has joined us this afternoon. It's a late evening now in Australia, and Dr. Heather Brown has been offers such a great, tremendous support to Delnet, and has been knowing Dr. Kaul for decades altogether. It's an immense pleasure to have you, Dr. Heather. We remain ever grateful to you for your very gracious presence this afternoon as we pay our humble homage to Dr. Kaul. I would be requesting Dr. Heather to, I'm just giving you a control, Heather, and requesting you to just allow me a minute. Just allow me a minute as I just request you to just bear with me for a minute. And so Heather, I would like to request you to kindly unmute yourself. Heather, may I request you to kindly unmute yourself? This is to request you, Heather. Could you please unmute yourself? I believe we are having some technical glitch right now. This is to request you, Dr. Heather. Could you please unmute yourself? I'll just try to just allow me a minute. This is to request you, Heather. Could you please unmute yourself? Yes, Heather. Heather, you are sharing your right now the screen that we are able to see. Could you please unmute yourself? We're just trying. It seems that Heather is having a little issue right now. Heather, this is one again. We are trying our best to see if we can connect with you. Would it be possible to unmute? Yes, I think you are getting connected. We'll just, yes. Could you please unmute? Unmute, Heather. Could you please unmute? Heather, can you just unmute?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, no. Once again, Heather, just unmute. Unmute yourself, Heather. Unmute yourself. It's muted right now. Yes. I think some issue happening, Heather. It's a. Can you unmute? Can you unmute? Because it's muted right now, Heather. It's muted. I think, I'm just requesting everyone, just kindly bear with us. Heather, this is to. You need to unmute yourself, Heather. It's muted right now. I think there has been a technical glitch. We have not been able to, though we were able to see Heather. In the meantime, we'll try to get connected once again with Dr. Heather. But in the meantime, would like to request, this is to request our attendees who have been here. Please kindly raise your hand if you may like to speak on this occasion today, or you have any questions that you may like to ask Dr. Geeta Malhotra ji. Requesting our colleagues over here, please kindly raise your digital hand if you may like to ask any question or you may like to say on this occasion. I request you to please kindly raise your digital hand and we will be glad to take the questions. Requesting our colleagues, we have Dr. Nachir who is here with us, and requesting Dr. Nachir, could you please unmute yourself?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Nachia from Lady Doe College, Madurai. Thank you, Sangeeta ma'am. And here, it's a great opportunity. Since it is a memorial lecture of Kaul sir, I would like to talk about him. I'm so privileged. When I was very young, And just 24 years when I was there, I got into a college librarianship. I came, I met him, and he was so kind enough in spending more than an hour more than an hour. I think dad has spent a time. I'm sorry, I'm also calling him as a dad because I considered that level on that day in the first meeting itself. He was so nice and completely briefing me right from the beginning, right from the establishment, how to sustain everything and also to take it to the next level. Believe it or not, afternoon I had another session with him. I know he was very busy. I am from down south. Without fixing any appointment, I actually came to JNU and then I wanted to meet your dad. So I met him in the Delnet sorry, in some conference which is conducted by, I forgot the conference name, Hira Kapasi, American Consulate Director, who all came at that time. In those years, he came to the Annamalai University. At that time, I met him. Only that was the meeting. Then afterwards, right as a librarian, I met him. And like a father, he guided me to this level. Until today, I believe I am a successful librarian and your father's blessings is there. And still I follow. As a librarian, his advice is that is don't be behind, come to the forefront, take the technology in your hand, guide everyone. Whatever is the work is given, it is to be taken in a beautiful way, in an acceptable way, and then delivered it to the society. And thank you so much, and all my woes, all my thanks, all my gratitude to Papa. And he was really being from South, not knowing Hindi, thoda thoda malam jada nahi hai. At that time, spending first 2 hours and then afternoon more than a 3 hour session. And thank you so much once again. Let his soul rest in peace. Definitely, he's guiding us till today. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. I didn't expect this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
fathers are very precious. And right away, he was able to consider me that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nacho. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining today. Requesting our other colleagues, and we'll also try once again to see we can connect with Dr. Heather. Heather, this is once again making an attempt to reach you. Heather, can you unmute yourself, please? Unmute. No, you're not able to do it. Uh, oh, it is. It seems to be. This is quite. You have. I will make a WhatsApp call to you, Heather. I'm making a WhatsApp call to you.
Ma'am, since we are having time, here I would like to appreciate you. As a true daughter, you are taking that to the different level and you are also helping us with the Delnet and JSTAR access is well appreciated. Thank you. A
Thank
beautiful
you.
daughter he has got. He's so fortunate. Thank you, ma'am, for carrying his
Thank
legacy.
you. Thank you.
Geeta
Thank you,
ma'am,
Dr.
Malhotra ma'am, thank you for that beautiful lecture.
Heather, just allow a minute and let me just see if we can. He, uh, I will just be trying to see. Can we hear you? Is it coming in? Is it coming in? Heather, you may just try.
Yes. Does this work? Across the ocean.
I will.
Okay. Of Dr. Kaul's vision. Connecting, when you said connecting, that information has power when it is shared. And the sharing is the connections. It's the connections in the reading, it's the connections in libraries. Libraries are navigators. Libraries are hubs. And in
Thank you so much, Heather. Your presence, Dr. Kaul, is so very happy, delighted that you have been a part of this program. Much grateful, Geeta. God bless. Thank you. Thank you so very much. God bless you. God bless you. And much grateful. Much grateful, dear. Thank you. Thanks, Geeta. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. This has all been made possible because of the divine blessings of Dr. Kaul. He's showering his blessings in abundance on each one of us, and has been a great pleasure having Dr. Heather Brown with us. We are making the floor open for our other esteemed colleagues who are being here across, not only from India, from many other countries. Not only the library professionals, as we said, we do have number of our very esteemed colleagues from the various diverse fields of knowledge, as Dr. Kaul has been not only nurtured Delnet. He was also the founding president. He established two organizations, Delnet way back in 1992, and yes, the Poetry Society India. He was the founder of the Poetry Society India. He was a great poet, having such a also was just one thing, I don't know how many of us are aware about it. His book on historic Delhi and also the early writings on India. You would be amazed to know Historic Delhi being published in 1978, the book by Oxford University Press. The book is still in print. Also, the early writings on India, which is also a textbook in many of the Western countries, and the book got republished by Routledge in 2017 after nearly 46 years of its first print. So this is just to highlight, that Dr. Kaul, a great multifaceted personality. He was a yoga practitioner who started his career as a yoga practitioner way back in the year 1964. So we are here and we are paying homage to the great soul, the great visionary, an extraordinary visionary. Would be requesting our colleagues here who may like to, I'm just sifting through, you may kindly raise your digital hands if you may like to speak on this occasion today and you wish to speak. We have Modem Kamal Hassan. This is for you, Modem Kamal Hassan. I'm requesting you to please unmute yourself. This is Model Kamal Hassan. Could you please unmute yourself? You had raised your digital hand. Could you please, this is for Mr. Kamal Hassan. Could you please unmute yourself? This is to request you, because you have raised your digital hand, if you may like to say something on this occasion. It seems that you had mistakenly had raised the digital hand. Requesting our colleagues, if you may like to ask any questions, you can raise your digital hand and we will be happy. We have Poonam Kumari who is being here with us. Poonam, requesting you, please raise your digital hand. Hope you are wanting to say something. This is for you, Poonam Kumari. Could you please unmute yourself since you had raised your digital hand? Poonam, may we request you? This is to request everyone. Perhaps what we may have to do is, I'm just lowering all the hands. This is to ensure that we are making the best use of the time. Please raise your digital hand only in case you're wanting to say something on this occasion right now. In case if you're wanting to ask anything to our distinguished speaker, you are most welcome to do that. Or you may like to say something, please kindly just raise your digital hand. Let me just quickly also see if we have any questions. Okay, herein comes a question for you, madam, and this question is from Santosh Kumar Tilure, who has posted this question in the chat and saying, madam, in your opinion, what is the single most important quality that every academic librarian should develop to build the future of the libraries?
If you ask me this question, my personal opinion would be that we must talk to the people who are coming to the library first, because understanding their needs, understanding their values, understanding their aspirations will help you to connect with the person and help for the knowledge as well as the information he wants to seek through you from your library.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so very much indeed. To keep always have a listening ear to our users, that to build up, the long-standing relations with them, and also giving them a kind of a welcoming environment that wherein they feel that they are being listened to. So that would sincerely be impacting, our own relevance in the libraries in the academic environment. Quickly moving through the list and requesting you, we have Dr. Jitendra Kumar Dubey. Dr. Jitendra, requesting you to kindly unmute yourself. Dr. Jitendra, requesting you
Okay,
to...
ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, Jitendra. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Jitendra, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
एक्चुअली आज का दिन जो है डॉक्टर कौल जो उनके मेमोरी के बारे में मैं अभी सुन रहा था लेक्चर वगैरह, तो थोड़ा सा मैं उनसे मिला और इंस्पायर हुआ। उस तरह की जो चीज तो मेमोरी में आ रही थी, तो मैंने कहा अपने एक्सपीरियंस को शेयर करूं सर से। तो सर का जो मेन कंट्रीब्यूशन है, जो हम उसको जानते हैं, वो एज ए फादर ऑफ लाइब्रेरी नेटवर्किंग इन इंडिया। He was pioneer of resource sharing and among libraries. और सर का जो डिजिटल नेटवर्किंग में इंडिया में बहुत सारा योगदान रहा, और जो लाइब्रेरी थी, जो स्पेशल कॉलेज लाइब्रेरी, छोटी छोटी लाइब्रेरी थी, वहाँ पे जो डिजिटल कंटेंट को एक्सेस करने का जो सर ने जो प्लेटफॉर्म क्रिएट किया डेलनेट के रूप में, उससे एक लाइब्रेरी सोसाइटी जो है, लाइब्रेरी के प्रोफेशनल लोग थे और जो रीडर्स थे, उनको काफी बेनिफिट हुआ। और खुशी की बात यह है कि डेलनेट अभी भी उसको आगे बढ़ा रहा है। संगीता मैम उसको जो एफर्ट्स आगे कर रहे हैं, और जो आगे जो डेलनेट का इम्प्रूवमेंट और जो फंक्शंस क्रिएट हो रहे हैं, उसके लिए मैं काफी आपको धन्यवाद देता हूं। और सर के लिए मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि सर का वाकई में बहुत बड़ा योगदान है लाइब्रेरी नेटवर्किंग और डिजिटलाइजेशन के लिए इन इंडिया। यही मैं कहना चाह रहा था। जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू जितेंद्र, थैंक यू फॉर आने के लिए, ज्वाइन करने के लिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू, थैंक यू। I'm once again quickly moving on to see we have other colleagues who are being here who may like to speak and pay their humble tributes to Dr. Kaul. Just kindly bear with me because as we are moving to see just quickly moving on because in order to I'll quickly, if you're not able to connect, means by audio, and you may like to post your question in the chat box. We have Dr. Vivek Patkarji, again a long-time associate of Delnet, of Dr. Kaul, and Dr. Vivek Patkarji, requesting you, sir, just kindly unmute yourself. We feel much humbled with your presence. Sir, could you please unmute yourself? This is to request you, sir, could you please unmute yourself? We have already given you a control. Sir, this is to request you to please unmute yourself. Dr. Vivek Patkarji, could you please unmute yourself? We'll just try to see to, I believe you are having some issue right now. You have got locked out basically from the system. I'll just try to see if you have logged in again. This is for you, Dr. Vivek Patkar. Yes, you are back into the system. Requesting you, please unmute yourself, Dr. Patkar. Dr. Patkar, may we request you to please unmute yourself? We'll just try to make you as a presenter and just to see if you have any difficulty and you can. Dr. Patkar, may we request you please unmute yourself. We are giving you a control from here to unmute yourself. I think we are going to miss listening to you, Dr. Patkar. We have given you a control from here. It seems no, we are not able to get connected with you. I'm just once again trying our best to see, because we are unmuting you from here, but it seems you're not able to mute yourself, unmute yourself from your end. No, we'll just try to once again, Dr. Patkar, come back to you. And in the meantime, we'll just quickly see if we have some other colleague who may like to say something on the occasion today. And we'll just once again would otherwise try to establish a connect with you. We'll just see some of the messages. Please kindly just bear with us as we are just trying to see if there are any other questions. We can see the flooding of the messages paying the humble homage to Dr. Kaul. I believe we are just, once again, we will just try. We have Mr. Abhay Sharma. Abhay ji, let me just try to give you a control. This is for you, Abhay Sharma ji. Mr. Abhay Sharma, could you please unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hello, yes, Abhay ji, if we are able to hear you. Yes, please, kindly.
Yes, ma'am, my first question is delnet. delnet अपन यूज कर रहे हैं. delnet यूज करने पे तो क्या है कि स्टूडेंट को अपन दे रहे हैं, लेकिन नॉलेज के हिसाब से जैसे मान लो बुक्सों में ज्यादा बच्चे क्या है कि वो करते हैं, बिलीव करते हैं. तो हम ये चाह रहे थे कि उनको delnet के द्वारा भी मतलब प्रोसेस तो बहुत अच्छा है, और उसमें कुछ बच्चे कर भी रहे हैं, लेकिन पूरे बच्चे नहीं कर पाते हैं.
क्या दिक्कत क्या आ रहा है अभी जी?
मतलब बच्चों का क्या बुक्सों पे ज्यादा है रुझान कि बुक्स से ही ज्यादा पढ़ा जाए. जैसे डेलनेट है, डेलनेट्स में जर्नल्स होते हैं, है ना.
बुक्स भी नॉलेज गेनर पोर्टल के अंदर है. आपको नॉलेज गेनर पोर्टल में 1.6 करोड़ फुल टेक्स्ट डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं, जिसमें 20 लाख से ज्यादा फुल टेक्स्ट ई बुक्स हैं. अभी जी किस इंस्टीट्यूशन से आप हैं? हम नोट करके रखेंगे. आप किस इंस्टीट्यूशन से बिलोंग करते हैं?
मैम मैं महाराणा प्रताप से बोल रहा हूँ. महाराणा प्रताप कॉलेज.
महाराणा दिस इंदौर?
नहीं, भोपाल
के अंदर. ठीक, बताना चाहेंगे भोपाल के अंदर अभी जल्दी ही नेक्स्ट 6-7 मंथ्स में डेलनेट का अपना ऑफिस ओपन हो रहा है. सो ऑलरेडी हम इनिशिएट कर रहे हैं, ऑलरेडी हो चुका है, बट अभी ऑपरेशनल करने में लगेगा 6-7 मंथ्स. सो हम आपको अभी जी हम आपको कांटेक्ट करेंगे, और हम यूजुअली 1 आवर का वेबिनार सेशन करते हैं इंस्टीट्यूशंस के लिए, जहां पर आप अपने फैकल्टी और स्टूडेंट्स को इनवाइट कर सकते हैं, और हम यहाँ से वो ब्रॉडकास्ट करेंगे. बहुत मददगार होता है. और क्योंकि ये जो ई बुक्स की हम बात कर रहे हैं, ये नॉलेज गेनर पोर्टल के थ्रू है अवेलेबल डेलनेट के, तो हम एक ओरिएंटेशन सेशन करके हम आपको कांटेक्ट कर लेंगे, क्योंकि आपने रजिस्ट्रेशन किया है, हमारे पास डिटेल्स भी हैं, इवन अदरवाइज आपका इंस्टीट्यूशन का डिटेल्स है. सो विल बी कांटेक्टिंग यू. हम 1 आवर का एक सेशन करेंगे आपके लिए, जल्दी करेंगे, जल्दी हम कांटेक्ट करेंगे. Thanks Abhijit for joining today. Yeah, we are much thankful to you for joining today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Abhay. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. I'll just try to see if we can connect to Dr. Vivek Patkar once again, and otherwise we would like to, because it's another 2-3 minutes that we have with us. So this is once again Dr. Patkar. We are just trying to see. This is to request you, Dr. Patkar, to unmute. Dr. Patkar, could you please unmute? Dr. Patkar, could you please unmute? No, I think not able to do it. You're not able to unmute yourself. No. Extremely sorry that we are not able to establish a connect with you. And just quickly, we are just seeing it We have Mr. Anush Kumar Beniwal. Mr. Anush Kumar Beniwal, I hope so that you have genuinely raised the digital hand. Mr. Anush Kumar Beniwal, would you like to speak, say something? Mr. Anush Kumar Beniwal?
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Anuj, please.
Please continue.
Okay, that we are continuing. Yeah, I thought that you have raised the digital hand. This is what happens in the online
By
environment.
mistake, by mistake hand raised.
No, no problems, no problems, no problems at all, Anuj. No problems at all.
Thank,
Yeah, yeah,
thank you, sir.
sure. No problems. Yeah. This is what happens in an online sometimes because we are not able to see the audience. And we have Mr. Abhay Sharma. Abhay, I think you have we have already. I think by an oversight you have uh, raised the digital hand once again. It seems we are on the closure of the session right now because we are not able to see anyone else who may like to say anything on now, and we may be towards closing the session now. And just allow me yet another few seconds to have. It seems that we are on the closure now of the session because there are no further questions being there. We remain much grateful to our very esteemed speaker, Dr. Geeta Malhotra ji. Thank you very much once again, ma'am. On behalf of Delnet, I look forward to seeing you at. You always remain very very close. It's not only the geographically, but yes, you remain always close in the thoughts, and also your support has been so incredible always, and we remain much grateful and obliged to you for such a gracious support always. On behalf of Delnet, we have a pleasure, ma'am, of requesting you to accept this plaque of honor which is being presented to you with great sense of gratitude. We cannot simply can express how grateful and memorable you're having with us on this occasion, on this very solemn occasion of on the 6th Punyatithi of Dr. Kaul, when we had our 6th memorial lecture that we had organized in his very fond memory. This is being given, ma'am, with a great sense of gratitude and very warm, sincere thanks to you. A profound thanks. It's a boundless thanks to you for being there and for making it possible for us to have you. I look forward to having you, ma'am, in person at Telnet and to present it to you in person.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Sangeeta. I'm so grateful. My gratitude to you.
Much grateful, ma'am. Much grateful. And this is for you, Heather, Dr. Heather Brown, who has been so very kind and gracious always for the support that you have been extending to us, always, always. So relentlessly that you have been standing with us through thick and thin. We remain much grateful, Heather, to you, and thank you so much for ensuring that we are able to have you on this occasion today to pay our very humble tributes to Dr. Kaul. With this, we are on the closure of today's session. We remain much grateful and we remain always grateful. We always look for opportunities to convey in person, convey virtually. Always remember that Delnet is an organization being envisioned by Dr. Kaul. And each one of you, each one of us together are only able to make all those, his dreams to come true with our very coordinated and collaboratively are working. So Delnet is an organization being nurtured by everyone, for everyone, and whatever we are doing it's all being together. It's the organization belongs to everyone, whosoever, in all different manner, you're been contributing, have been contributing, and will continue to contribute. But yes, to stay together, to work in a meaningful and an impactful manner with a very great sense of a purpose being there, that makes this journey so very beautiful, which was indeed being a great visionary, Dr. Kaul. Undoubtedly we have been able to seed an organization like Delnet. What he thought of doing it, and this is also to inform to many of our very young professionals that when we started off as a Delhi-based library network with the name of Delhi Library Network at India International Center, the intellectual hub of the country at Delhi, wherein he served for nearly 43 years, a small room size, 10 by 10 room size. I don't think that we now have any of our, office spaces which are being of 10 by 10 room size, and it was that's the vision that I'm trying to convey, that 10 by 10 room size. He was a chief librarian at ISC and was able to, he was able to emphasize, and convince the management at ISC that he wants to, do this work of undertaking the work of library networking in Delhi. And that was the era when there was no internet. There was no internet at all. It was all the era of even the computers it was in a very early stages. He was a person who was at least 40, 50 years ahead. So he had that the yogic power to, to envision and to see, to have that third eye to see that how the things would get practically, how the world would move. And what we are talking about, this digital libraries and other things, 1997, let me just share with you, 1997, the Indian Digital Library Initiative project was submitted by Delnet. It was called as in Italy, IDLI, Indian Digital Library Initiative, which was given to Department of Electronics. It was not even a MATI at that time. It was not Ministry of Electronics and IT. It was DOE only at that time when this project was submitted, saying that how this digitization can happen and it came much later, the other things they followed. So what we are trying to convey is that yes, a great personality, a great soul, a great person, an extraordinary vision, and yes, to believe in, only one fact, that to remain on the move. And Delnet is the most inspirational, inspiring story, which has all been interwoven by him, and 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 as we are all able to see it, that what we are able to realize now is all his vision. He's in physical, he's not being there, but yes, it is his vision will stay on. So there are very few blessed ones, who stays forever, they live forever through their work. And undoubtedly, Dr. Kaul was one of the most blessed ones, that yes, the work speaks, and the work, he will always live forever, in the not only in the memories, practically what we are carrying forward is his such a wonderful legacy that he has left behind. And it is a responsibility, it's a collective responsibility of each one of us, to ensure that we give him, those proud moments, that yes, that they are in the most best of their hands, to take it forward. Madam, your talk today, the memorial lecture, this is what Dr. Kaul always was wanting, it is connecting the chords, connecting the dots, it's the past while being in the present. And this is again a very blessed, feel that you being in the present, you're able to draw, the dots from the past while being in the present and taking it forward. So let that the movement, let that the zest and desire, to carry on and serving the society. But yes, inclusivity, having everyone, no one to be left behind. Let everyone be a part, of this very wonderful, beautiful phenomena of networking, and let the humanity remains as the only technology which everyone would feel so very proud. And we feel truly so very blessed and humbled that each one of you being here today on this platform today have once again have made it very stronger. It's once again to reaffirm that yes, we are onto a path which is meant for serving the humanity collectively We owe that, collective responsibility, and we will move ahead. A humble homage, the most profound and respectful homage to the great visionary Dr. H.K. Kaul, the founder of Delnet, the founder of letting anyone and everyone to get inspired that yes, just dream about it. Dream while not keeping your eyes closed. Work for it while keeping your eyes wide open, and everything is much achievable and doable as long as you are putting your heart, mind, and soul. Much grateful, obliged, madam, to your gracious self for
Thank
being
you.
here on this platform, for everyone, whose life have greatly been touched, by the great work, by the most profound contributions of Dr. Kaul, and let we, each one of us on this platform, takes once again a pledge that we will work together and move together. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you. Thank
with this,
you.
we
Thank you
sign
so
off.
much. Thank
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mansin. Oh, thank you very much. Much grateful and obliged for your being there today.
you.
Thank you. Ma'am, thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you.